Welcome back to What Arty Noobs with General Disturbance. This is the Matilda, or more precisely the Matilda 2. It's a tier 4 British medium tank. It's located on the defending spawn of Siegfried Line Assault, and this one is under the command of Wazwulf. Now he's armed with the 2-pounder squeezeball gun, which is actually a 30mm round, which actually, or rather a 40mm round that squeezes down to a 30mm round when it's being fired, but increases its velocity almost by double, which means it can pass straight through the armour of some really heavy tanks. Although it'll only do 55 alpha with the standard armour piercing, with the APCR, or with the standard armour piercing, it will go through 121mm of armour, and with the APCR it will go through 145mm. So there's not much he cannot penetrate, and in fact you can see he's had ace tankers more than once with this vehicle, as well as high calibers. Now he's waiting for the enemy to turn up, and then he's going to turn them into pincushions. Oh, there's one over there. It's a 127. Now it's a tier 4 game with tier 3 tanks in it, so he only needs to use the standard AP at the moment, because that would be more than enough to penetrate these enemy tanks. Now he's moving over to this area here because there's a Panzer IIIe just around the corner and an LTP as well, and he can easily take those guys out. Okay, he's been spotted. He's locking on and he's going for the Panzer IIIe first. Auto aiming on. He's just going to blast away. One of the bad things about the Matilda is its low damage for every shot that it fires, but it has got an impressive DPM when it comes to actually putting massive damage into the enemy over a long period. Well, he's tracked that T29 out there, and he's continuing to put shots in with a very high muzzle velocity, where he shoots, where he aims. And now this 14TP thinks he can get the better of him. No, the 14TP is going to die, and all he needs to do is just keep pumping rounds into him. And there goes the kill, but it's not to him, it's actually to the B1 behind him. Now, I said Matilda 2 at the start of the game because there was a Matilda 1. That was the first Matilda that was actually developed, but subsequent ones were the Matilda 2, and they started production between 1938, and they manufactured 2,987 of these by 1943. And, well, he's potentially got a steel wall from that. Now he's going after the BT7 a short distance away, as well as another Matilda. Yep, easily getting shots on this guy. And, oh, he tried firing a round back. Sneaky. Only 25 hit points of HE. The armour on this vehicle is very, very strong. In fact, the weak spot is the driver's port. You can see right there in the centre of the tank. Oh, he's going to turn that poor T6 into just a huge amount of smoking metal. Only one more shot required, and that guy's out of the game. Hello, come back for your... yep, that's it. Back to the garage. He did get around in for 52, and we have lost the driver, but we don't really need the driver at the moment because we're very, very slow anyway. 3 kills now for Wazwulf. Oh no, he's getting some inaccuracy there. Having difficulty penetrating the Matilda, so he had to switch to the APCR. And he knows how strong they are. He might want to fix his driver, but he can't do it for the moment because he's actually waiting for his first aid kit to cool down. That BT7 art he saw earlier is just around the corner. He's auto aimed on. Bit further, that's it, and he got him with one shot. So that's 4 kills now. Who have we got out in the field? It's a Samur, and he's now going to just rip this guy apart, and he's got another kill. 5 kills. That's 1/3 of the enemy team. There's only 3 enemies left. One of them to the north, the Matilda, an Electo somewhere out in the field, and he's decided to go after the Electo because the Matilda, other Matilda, is actually busily occupied. and he managed to get enough rounds in. He tracked the Electro, keep firing, and oh, he didn't get that kill, so he's missed out on the top gun. The Electro went down to the Hetzer on Arty. There's only one enemy left. It's an Su-76I, which of course, as you know, is the Soviet version of the Stug. They captured the Stugs and they turned them into weapons for the Soviets, using Soviet ammunition, I believe, as well. Well, they're looking for that Su-76I. I think he's somewhere out in the field. I think it's fairly certain he's probably going to get the high caliber. He did take some damage. You can see there, lots of HE shells hit the front of his vehicle. Masses of them. There's the Su-76. Good hull down position here. Oh, look, he's going to... This guy is really suffering. And there's the kill shot, and it's not to him. It's actually the Valentine anti-tank that got the kill. But a nice victory there for Wazwulf. Let's have a look at the end of battle stats. And here's the end of battle results. And it was an ace tanker for Wazwulf in the Matilda. He managed to get a bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits. He managed to get 13. A duelist for taking down 2 tanks who damaged him. A fighter managed for getting at least 4 kills. He ended up with 5. Just one short of getting a top gun and 1/3 of the enemy team. He could have got that Su-76I, but I'm afraid the Valentine anti-tank was just a little too quick to get his shot in. When it came to the rest of it, well, he got a fire for effect for doing more damage than the hit points to his own vehicle, a shell proof for blocking more damage than the hit points to his own vehicle, a cool headed for blocking or at least surviving 10 or more ricochets or non-penetrations in a row, a steel wall for blocking the most damage in the game overall, and a high caliber for doing the most damage in the game overall. That's quite a set of battle hero medals to get. Let's have a look at the team score and see where he came. Well, you can see he got 2,138 hit points of damage. The next highest scorer was the Su-76I on the enemy team, 1,425. And after that, it was the Jagdpanzer Hetzer, the Jagdpanzer 38T Hetzer, with 1,171 hit points. When it came to kills, well, he shared that top spot with the Su-76I. Both of them got 5 kills apiece, and then 3 kills went to the Panzerkampfwagen B2740, that's the German version of the Char B1, and then 2 kills went to the Hetzer and the Valentine AT and the Marder 2. When it came to base XP, he's got the top on that one, so technically speaking, he has got the top in all 3 columns. 1,110 to Wazwulf, 612 went to the Jagdpanzer Hetzer, and 516 went to the Valentine anti-tank, and he was the only player who managed to get over 1,000 on the XP. He fired 58 rounds in that game, got 46 direct hits and 42 penetrations, damage of 2,138 hit points, of which 374 were at more than 300 meters. He received 32 hits from the enemy in that game, but only one of them actually penetrated, 28 non-penetrations and 3 hits by way of splash. Even though it showed holes on the front of the vehicle, that's just the way that the HE rounds showed, and in actual fact, I think it was only the 14TP who actually managed to get a round in that did the damage. All the others were basically splashes on his hull. 92 hit points, 925 hit points of damage blocked by his armour. 2 enemy vehicles spotted, 10 enemy vehicles damaged and 5 killed, and 317 hit points of damage assistance. On a premium count, he earned 25,187 credits and 50,000 for personal mission payout, and after repair and ammunition resupply, he was careful not to use as many APCR rounds as all that. He only used them where he absolutely had to, and that's why his ammunition costs were so low, and he actually ended up with a profit of 75,367 credits altogether. He got 1,110 XP, times 2 for the first victory, 3,330 overall, so it was a reasonably good battle. Now, the Matilda is a fun tank to play. If you want to play it, it's at tier 4, and it's fairly easy to get to. And with the squeeze ball gun, which is the top gun, you can make a lot of damage on the enemy. I think the only problem with it is, of course, because it's tier 4, you may be able to rack up a large number of kills, but you won't get any Radley Walters medals or Paul's medals. And I should know because I've actually earned 10 kills in a Matilda, but I was denied the high caliber, denied the Paul's medal. I got the high caliber, but I didn't get any Paul's medals. So I know that this tank can be frustrating when you get a huge number of kills, but it's a tremendous fun while you're playing it. And in that battle, I think Wazwulf was excelling himself, and he was doing extremely well. I hope you enjoyed that replay. If you did, please give this video a like. Do subscribe to our channel. Leave a comment down below because it feeds the algorithm. And thank you for watching.